This morning, our football captains and head coach will offer inspirational words as they and we, together as one Wabash, prepare to defeat our rivals on Saturday. Welcome to our student body, staff, faculty, and administration, alumni, parents, and other guests to this great Wabash tradition. As president of the Sphinx Club, it is my honor to introduce our most important participant in this morning's chapel. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monon Bell. In 1927, the longest win streak Wabash has ever had in the Monon Bell Classic was established. 88 years ago, Wabash men sat where you sit now, preparing to knock off the Danes for the 7th year in a row, and they got the job done the following Saturday. We have the same opportunity to do that this year as well, and those who will talk with you today, along with all of Wabash Nation, must work together in a united effort to repeat history. Giving talks today are captains Evan Rudder, Tyler McCullen, A.J. Clark, Michael Putko, Mason Zurich, Eddie Schmehill, and Connor Rice, and head coach Erik Raeburn. They will speak in succession and without further introduction. Please welcome Connor Rice.
Good morning, Wabash. Good morning, That's awesome. First off, I would like to thank the Sphinx Club for allowing us to continue the great tradition of the Monon Bell Chapel speech. Second, I'd like to thank the football team for electing me as one of your captains. It's an honor, and I couldn't be more fortunate to have this opportunity. So let's do the damn thing. Know where you came from. A couple weeks ago, a Wabash great, Nate Scola, prompted a saying that has been on my mind for quite some time. Know where you come from. At first, I didn't understand it. It seems like an explainable and easily understandable concept, but yet, like Wabash College, there's more to this story. In fact, everyone here has a story. We can all agree that the journey to this place, this specific moment in time, is a little bumpy. It's a culmination of trials, tribulations, failure, success, and determination. It's the hours that you put in the Lilly Library. It's the tireless efforts that you put in 6 a.m.s or practice. It's the rejections. It's all the I'm not good enoughs. And it's all the doubt that has transformed boys to men. It has transformed the good to phenomenal. It has transformed each and every one of us. That's what makes us great. That's what makes Wabash men great. Our failures do not define us, but they do sculpt us, revealing the greatness and the scarlet hearts that surround me today. Scarlet hearts that for the past 6 consecutive years have taken what is rightfully ours, and scarlet hearts that are ready to take one more. So where do we come from? Ask yourselves, how did I get to where I am today? Why did I take the road less traveled? If you ask me, we all should be proud of the journey we've taken. If you ask me, we all should be proud to call ourselves little giants. Whether it's small towns, big cities, different countries, different cultures, we all have come from different places, but together, we are one. To my football brothers, the adversities and obstacles that each of you have overcome to get to where you are, and let that ignite the greatness in all of you. But most importantly, I want you to know that I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you and thankful that I get to play and fight every day with you. To my fellow Wabash brethren, remember your journey that you have embarked and always continue to strive to be even more excellent than you were the day before, because you are all excellent, always. And to the alumni that have come before me, and those who will stand in the stands this Saturday, remember that our Scarlet's heart beat together as one, as a never-ending symbol of where we came from. And most importantly, that Wabash always fights. Let's go get 'em.
Good morning, Wabash. I'd first like to say thank you to everyone that took time out of their day today to come and listen to us take part in this great tradition. Even more so, I'd like to thank you all for your continued support throughout the season and more so our careers here at Wabash. I'd like to also thank my brothers on the team for putting their trust in me as a captain this year. I truly appreciate it. You know, when I first found out that I'd been voted as one of the captains this year, I couldn't help but immediately think, man, I hope they didn't just feel obligated to vote for me because I'm a fifth-year senior. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that whatever the reason, I'm just more than blessed and extremely honored to be another captain in a long line of great leaders to come through this program. And I think the fact that you all see 7 captains up here is a testament to the leadership that we have as a team as a whole. I mean, you can go through this team and the senior class specifically and really pick anyone and know that that person would do anything for this program at the drop of a hat. And I think that's extremely rare and something that we shouldn't take for granted. And it only takes about a 30-minute drive south to realize that not every program is like that. See, this is what separates us as Wabash men, our commitment to a cause no matter what the outcome. That's how it is at DePaul, or that's not how it is at DePaul. They like to shrug off their failures like it was no big deal. I can't even begin to explain to you how much it pisses me off that they continue to downplay the significance of this game because they continue to get their asses kicked year after year. 7 in a row. 7 in a row is what we're going for. And I can promise everyone here that we're just as hungry for this one as we were for the first. No student in this room knows what it's like to lose the bell or to not have the bell. And no student in this room has any intention of that changing. We know it's at stake because we know that that bell right there is more than just a trophy we keep in the Allen Center. It's a symbol of hard work, plain and simple. And not just ours. It represents the 121 teams before us that gave everything they had, win or lose, to make sure that bell didn't suffer for a year down in Greencastle. Now, we've been extremely fortunate to have had a great season up to this point. We're undefeated, we're guaranteed at least a share of the conference title already, and we're looking to head into the playoffs with a full head of steam. But as much as we've accomplished this year and over the last few years, I believe this team is still underachieved. Part of what makes people, teams, or programs great is their relentlessness to work towards perfection. Whether it be in the classroom, on the field, or in life, that is what Wabash men are molded to strive for, perfection. I've been privileged enough to be a part of this program for long enough to see a lot of teams come through here. And I take nothing away from any of their many accomplishments, but I can stand up here today and tell you that this team is different. This team is special. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. Every captain always gets up here and talks about how this year's team is different, this year's team has potential, and this year's team is special. But this is real. I can tell by the way the entire defense feels like they failed if they've given up positive yards in a game. I can tell by the way Connor Rice sits in the locker room looking depressed after a game where he throws for 200-plus yards and 2 touchdowns because he feels like that's unacceptable and he should have done better. This team demands perfection because this college demands perfection. It's who we are. That's the type of men that come here. Men that are resilient, men that decide that success is worth the sleepless nights in the library. Adversity doesn't scare us, it pushes us. Like many of you, I faced my own personal challenges while here at Wabash. My freshman year, I was diagnosed with osteomyelitis, a bone disease that put me in the hospital and into a wheelchair for about a month. After that, I thought I was done with football. I thought it'd be too hard to get myself back ready to play again and actually compete for a spot. But luckily for me, I was part of a program where the character of men here can't be matched. I got calls and text messages from seniors that I've never even talked to telling me to keep trying to fight my way back, and it'd be worth it in the end. Guys like Nate Scola, who very literally would not leave me alone until I told him I was coming back. That's the type of brotherhood you sign up for when you step foot on this campus, whether you like it or not. We're not athletes and non-athletes. We're not fraternity members and independents. We are Wabash. And when we all stand together, there is literally nothing that we can't accomplish. I told myself I would try to stay away from the cliches during this, but as I stand up here now, I can't help but think about how fast this has all gone. From being a freshman, sitting where you all are now, listening to guys like CJ Gum stand up here and talk, thinking, man, it'd be great to be a captain someday, but not if we have to do that. So being up in front of you now, knowing that there's nowhere else I'd rather be than with my brothers, being a part of the greatest tradition that Wabash has. Now, DePaul seems to be pretty high on themselves this year, and maybe rightfully so. They're having a decent season, thinking this is the year they're going to take us down, share the conference title, and make the playoffs. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad they're making it so easy for us to ruin their entire year in one game. Because Saturday, no matter what we have to do, we're marching into Greencastle, we're winning 7 in a row, we're putting that bell in the middle of their field, and we're ringing it in front of the 10 fans they have left in the stadium. Thank you.
Good morning, Wabash. Before I begin, I would first like to thank my fellow teammates for giving me the opportunity to be your captain. It has been an honor. Every year that I've been here, we as a football team have had the same 3 goals: keep the bell, win conference, and make a run in the playoffs. Leading up to the beginning of this season, I knew we had a chance to do something special. So far this season, we have done everything that we have needed to ensure that we obtain all of our goals. My teammates and I often talk about how this year feels different than previous years. Now, I know what it is. It is unity. I feel we owe a lot of our success this year to the unity that we have developed. To quote the great Dumbledore, we are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. Over the course of the season, we have consistently shown that we can rely on each other to get the job done. I believe that this feeling of unity was established by our drive to obtain all 3 of our goals, which we have failed to do so in the past. I not only feel this sense of unity within our football team, but within our campus as well. In fact, one of the main central symbols of our campus unity is the bell. Take Monon Week, for example. Pledges from various fraternities and independents all work together to proudly portray and guard the beloved bell. We do not classify ourselves as individuals from various houses, but Wabash men who come together for a shared cause. When we are united, we cannot be broken. Whether it is the torturous hours of homework or the dim-witted Dannies trying to take back the bell. Remember, Wabash, unity is strength. That is why we need to keep the bell home. Come this Saturday, we will travel down south as one family and keep the streak alive. To conclude my speech, I would like to end with a short, lighthearted poem. Wabash always fights. That statement sounds right. DePaul never quits. More like DePaul has no wits. All joking aside, DePaul might as well hide, for we won 6 in a row. They have nothing to show. DePaul to hell, we have the bell. Thank you.
Good morning, Wabash. I want to thank all of the Wabash community that has taken time out of their day to join us in this sacred Wabash College tradition. It is an absolute honor to be speaking in representation of the remarkable group of young men that make up our football team. This is surreal. To be standing here today in my final Monon Bell Chapel as a student. Seniors, Where have these past 4 years gone? It seems like yesterday we were beginning our first semester at this college, and I'm sure the majority of us were thinking, what the hell did I get myself into? But you know what? Wabash always fights. Underclassmen, I know right now it's hard for you to imagine, but you too will one day be reminiscing on where your time at Wabash has gone. I am confident in this because I am confident in the Wabash men that you are. No matter the circumstances you are faced, you will always fight. Know this slogan isn't just an attempt from the college to maintain graduation rates. It is something that we embody as a community and live out every single day. Though we are all dissimilar in countless ways, divided by living units and fraternities, majors and minors, athletics and clubs, we all carry this same motto with us. This commonality is why I consider every single student here today my brother. In my experience here at Wabash, I have constantly fought myself. It's funny, when I came on my visit, I told myself I would never step foot on this campus again. When I considered what college I wanted to attend, I told myself Wabash was out of the question. I can accredit Coach Hammer, a Wabash alum, for his persistent demonstration of Wabash always fights while recruiting me. I'll tell you, as much of the football team already knows, that man could sell Obamacare to the GOP committee. And I'm grateful for that. To get to where I stand today, I had to fight myself to leave Phoenix, Arizona, and come 2,000 miles away from home to Crawfordsville, Indiana. I had to fight myself to leave everyone I knew to come to a place where I didn't know a single soul. I had to fight myself to man up and face the challenges that I knew I had coming. Even though I didn't realize it then, from the time I was introduced to the college, I've exemplified Wabash always fights. We all have exemplified this in our own way as we gather here today. The challenges we have overcome are everywhere around us. Now let's consider the motto of those cake eaters from down south. The paw never quits, they say. Their motto is about surviving, while our motto is about thriving. If I applied that never quit theme to my story, I never would have fought to be where I am today. And for this, I'm incredibly thankful. Coming in, this school meant very little to me, but now it means everything. Wabash College is a part of who I am and will forever be held dear to my heart. I don't love Wabash because of our facilities. I don't love Wabash because of our workload. I don't love Wabash because we're all male. I don't love Wabash because we're in Crawfordsville. I love Wabash because of you. Without each other, without this small private liberal arts family, we would be just another school. Now how about that bell? Having the bell for 6 consecutive years now has been something that we will treasure for the rest of our lives. You know, it bugs me when people say we are spoiled for having the bell so long. It bugs me because we earned every day that that bell has spent on this campus. Every single member of this community has played their part in this extraordinary achievement. The students that sacrificed their sleep guarding the bell through the long, cold nights. The support and the encouragement from the faculty and alumni reminds us of the significance. The sea of Wally fans that always shame the Danny crowd, both home and away. Our team thanks all of you for your support. Now, like I said, 6 in a row is nice, but seven bells in a row is really something to talk about. 7 bells in a row puts us among the record books of Wabash College. It ingrains our class in history of being tied for the longest bell game winning streak. This Saturday, we have an opportunity to complete the season undefeated, an opportunity to compete in the playoffs, an opportunity to win the conference championship, and an opportunity to put ourselves in the rich history of Wabash College. Unless we capitalize, all of these things will forever stay petrified as merely an opportunity. Though I am confident Saturday that no matter what way the ball bounces, no matter how the calls go, no matter the adversity we face, that we will prevail. I am confident because throughout my 4 years here, I have seen this perseverance demonstrated by all members of the Wabash community. I am confident because I know in my heart that Wabash always fights, and always means always. So let's kick some Danny ass.
Good morning, Wabash.
Good morning, Mason.
First off, like everyone else, I want to say thank you to all of you, the Wabash community, for everything you do. I also want to send a special thank you to my parents when they watch this for giving the financial obligations to allow me to go to this great school and continue my football career. So I've had a pretty memorable string of bell games since I've been here. Obviously, this is my fourth as a senior, second one I get to play in. Last year, I had my first bell game touchdown. I was really excited about that. Did the whole ding-ding celebration. My sophomore year, actually, I was injured and went to my first undergrad bell tailgate. That was a memorable experience from the little I recall of it. And then freshman year, I was all excited to go in. T. Swole was looking injured. I got halfway out to the field. He motions me off and tells me, get your ass back on the bench. So I've had a fun 4 years. Outside of the games, I've had some great interactions with the school down south, too. Our freshman year, my pledge class and I believe Teak was the other fraternity with us, guarding the bell, and they tried to steal it. They got about 20 feet before Tyler Trepton tackled them, raised the alarm, made sure we stopped it. They broke the bell handle, and I mean, as a pledge, if anything goes wrong ever, like, that's not good. So we see the bell handles broke, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm about to call my parents, like, how fast can I get out of this place? Like, my life is a living hell. But I mean, actually, we was shocked because the entire campus was, all singing us and Teak's praises because, we defended the bell, and the first time they made a real attempt to steal in a long time, so that was pretty interesting. This past summer, I actually worked in Greencastle at a law firm for an alumni named Jeffrey Bogus. Great guy. And there's not much better than spending a summer commuting between Greencastle and Crawfordsville every day. Social schedule was packed. So much to do. So one of my days, I went to the athletic offices, and I'll admit, they have pretty nice facilities since they upgraded. But they keep all their trophy cases out in plain display, except the bell one, which I found kind of shocking. I scoured that place, like, every inch, every corner, and I couldn't find it. I figured they'd probably keep it buried like 30 feet underground under a stupid boulder or something like that, and it's whatever. But, it kind of depressed me, because not having that out display like we do kind of reinforced how little they seem to care about this rivalry. And for us, this bell, the DePaul rivalry, is not just about winning a football game. It's unifying for our entire campus. We want to beat them in everything. It's football, rugby, ultimate frisbee, soccer, donating blood, debate. Everyone knows what it's like at DePaul. If someone would yell DePaul, everybody knows exactly how they're supposed to respond. When we kick their ass in anything, we celebrate. We let them know it. The entire campus feels better whether they participate in that event or not, because we, as Wabash, beat DePaul. And I think that makes this year special. Make no mistake, the school down south is a good team. They're 8-1, second in the conference, ranked top 30, top 25 in a lot of statistical categories in the nation. It's not going to be a cakewalk this year like it has been. The questions haven't been how badly you're going to beat them, but more, are you keeping the bell? Are you going to keep the streak alive? That fires me up. What about you guys? So I got a confession to make. I actually rooted for them to try and make it to this game with the best record possible because I want to feed off the energy and emotion that comes from a conference championship and a bid to the playoffs on the line against the school down south. So I know the football team's going to be excited and ready for this game. I want to make sure you guys are excited and ready for this game. Admit it. Bell games get kind of boring since the third quarter rolls around since I've been here. For those of age, your buzz is starting to wear off. You're getting a little hungry, and you're starting to think, all right, let's get this over with so I can go back to start eating and celebrating. As a player, I felt that way too. Well, besides the buzz part, because, I'm playing a game. But that's not how it's going to be this Saturday. It's going to be a fight. Yeah, we're the better team, but they're not going to roll over for us. We're going to have to push, pull, and punch for every game that we get. It's going to be a great football day for us and a great game day for you all. Better than any other Saturday we've had this year. The burgers are going to taste better. The beer is going to be colder. The teams are going to be bigger, faster, and stronger. The atmosphere is going to be electric. Probably the best any of us have experienced since we've been here. Beating them this year is going to be the sweetest satisfaction we have had in our time here. Just crushing their spirits the 1 year they think they have a chance is going to lead to the greatest feeling this campus has had in some time. If that doesn't get you hyped up, I don't know what will. This is a game for all of Wabash. It's not just for the seniors, not for the football team. It's for everyone sitting out here, everyone back in their dorms, everyone who's ever been associated with Wabash College. There's a quote I like by Winston Churchill about British dedication when defending their country against the Germans in World War II. It goes, "We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender." I think with some changes, it expresses our feelings against the Dannies this Saturday. We shall go on to the end. We shall play in Greencastle. We shall dominate on offense and defense. We shall run on the ground and pass through the air. We shall defend our bell, whatever the cost may be. We shall cook on the grill. We shall drink in the tailgating grounds. We shall fight on the field and cheer in the stands. We shall win this game. We shall never surrender the bell. Thank you.
What's up, Wabash? I got a few shout-outs I'd like to start out with. First is my beautiful mother's in the back. She came today, so say what's up to her. Yeah, it kind of stinks. My dad wanted to come as well. I talked to him about it, and I actually told him there was no tailgating, so he decided not to come. Ended up staying home, but just kidding, Dad, love you. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Chris Broker's biceps. He truly gives me the inspiration in the weight room, and not because they're big or anything, it's because I would never want to be that small, so. All right. As a senior, I've attended this chapel the past 3 years and wondered what I would talk about if I was ever honored enough to speak in front of the Wabash community as a captain of the Little Giant football squad. As a freshman, I didn't know what Wabash had in store for me yet. I've met some friends, taken a few classes, and played a few months of football, but I was still adjusting to the school and the new environment around me. Well, it's been 3 years. Tests have been taken, best friends have been made, tables have been broken. And football games have been played. Through these 3 years, Wabash has changed my life forever. I went from not understanding Wabash always fights to living it every day and believing in it with a fire-like passion. Though tough most of the time, Wabash has pushed me to new limits and has changed me from a boy to a man. There's been so much adversity that comes with Wabash that everyone here has fought through. Luckily, adversity has never come from this bell not being here. Every student at Wabash currently has no idea what it is like to not see the bell on the chapel steps during Bell Week. For us, Bell Week has always been happy. It has been a time of boasting how great we are, a time of ringing the bell with pride 24/7, and a time of coming to Monon Bell Chapel on Thursday and seeing the bell where it is today. With this domination over the past few years, attitudes have shifted around campus. Wallies have changed from asking about the game and the matchups on Saturday to worrying more about the party after. We expect to win the bell and take it granted for sometimes, or at times, sorry. There's no sense of desperation to hold that bell on campus, and I have heard some even say, I kind of wish DePaul would win so that the rivalry can come back. Or it would be cool to try to steal the bell from DePaul. This is not the Wabash always fights attitude. Pondering upon this, I began to ask myself my motivation towards this week. We know we are a better team, so what gets me hype about this Saturday? Why do I want to win the game Saturday, and why does the bell mean so much to me? As seniors this year, we came up with the team motto of "What's your why?" We have asked ourselves each week why we do what we do. Why do we choose Wabash? Why do we go out there every Saturday proud, wearing Wabash proudly across our chest? Why does the bell and Bell Week mean so much to us? Reflecting on these questions, I've realized how valuable my time at Wabash and being a part of this team has been. First question I reflected upon was, why did we come to Wabash? I bet everyone in here at one point when choosing what college to attend stated that I would never attend Wabash in a million years. The school was small, in the middle of nowhere, wasn't co-ed, and the academics were tough. But for some reason, we still came here. Despite constantly telling ourselves not to, we still ended up choosing to attend this institution. Why is that? I believe we all chose this school for one reason: the fear of being average. We didn't want our 4 years, well, in some cases 4.5, Rudder, to be wasted with simply partying and goofing off. We all wanted to become men, be engaged, have a rigorous academic agenda, and be challenged day in and day out by this college. When talking to alumni, students, and even professors about Wabash and what it means to them, we could see their eyes light up with excitement to talk about how great Wabash is. This is a school like no other, and no one from the outside understands what we do here except for us, and that's what makes this place so special. Being average was not in our future plans, and that is why we chose Wabash. Another question I reflected upon was, why do we go out there every Saturday proud to have Wabash across our chest? This question can be applied to more than just those on the team, but it can be for those fans who travel miles and miles to come see us play, rain or shine. For students at Wabash who are involved in some sport or club, and for every single Wabash fan attending or watching the game Saturday. For all of us, Wabash is more than just a school. It is who we are as people now. Through your time here, Wabash changes you through the people you meet, obstacles you overcome, and the fun you have. The philosophies that Wabash teaches become everyday mindsets that carry on for our entire lives. This place means more to us than just where we get our degree, but it is a place we have come to cherish for the memories, friends, and times we've made. This being said, when we get the opportunity to represent Wabash in a sporting event or any activity, we are proud to represent the many Wabash men and women that have come before us and to protect what they have built for us through their hard work and dedication. This is something that makes our team so special this year. Yes, we play for conference titles, undefeated seasons, national rankings, and personal stats. But we also realize this place and its history is bigger than us. And when we hit that field, we are representing more than just the 2015 football team at Wabash College, but also the many other men who have come before us who have made Wabash College the elite institution and team it is today. So, why does the Monon Bell mean so much to us? Well, if Wabash is our identity and who we are, the bell is like the heart of that identity. The bell is more than just a trophy. It represents more than just the winner of the game on Saturday. To us, it represents who we are. Every ring of the bell pulsates across the mall, flowing the lifeblood of our campus as the tradition and pride of being a little giant, and reminds us why we chose this great place. Come Saturday, that is being attacked. They call it the battle for the Monon Bell for a reason. The battle this Saturday, though, is more than just a physical fight between two teams. It is a battle between two ways of life, between two programs, between two communities. There's another institution down south that mocks what we do as a Wabash community and truly thinks they are better than us in every single way. Everything we stand for and the principles this place instills in every student here is being challenged and mainly disrespected. They want to take that bell not because they worked for it or that it means anything to them, but they know we work year-round to keep that bell here. Come Saturday, defending our identity is going to take an entire effort from every single person wearing red and white. We have the greatest fans in the nation, and we do have the greatest fans in the nation. And I know that when the battle begins, our forces are going to be stronger than ever. The army of red and white will be large and proud to defend what is ours. We have put the work in the classroom, in the weight room, and on the field. It's time to go to Greencastle this Saturday, fight like we always have and always will. Always mean always. Wabash always fights.
Good morning, Wabash.
Good morning,
First of all, I'd like to thank my teammates for giving me this opportunity. I also like to thank my mom coming out from Ohio to come see this Bell speech. Yeah. So, since I'm a theater major, creative writing minor, I thought it appropriate to put a little creativity into my speech. And so that's why I'm going to do my speech in the form of a poem, AKA a spoken word. So here we go. From the hills of Maine to the western plain, you can hear the fat lady wail. The melody ding, ding doesn't ring down south of Danny's, only hear faint echoes of the bell. It doesn't matter what never quit mottos or bring the bell back banners they sell, we'll win. The bash is staying with the bell, because Wabash won't fail. And it's not because we're untouchable, we don't think we're gods, or because we're lucky. No, we say screw the odds. We win because we strive to outwork one another. We win because we know we are able. We took our goals and laid out our visions, and losing wasn't anywhere on the table. I'm not boasting or being haughty, even though it's what it may seem. I just know we can do damage when we all go to war as a team. People don't see the preparation. All you see is the Saturday game where we attain the victory, but you don't know the effort we put in the week prior, physically and mentally. We go rep after rep, play after play, correction after correction, until the coaches see their vision finally coming to perfection. We don't simply win because Wabash is our name. We didn't get rung in as freshmen and just inherit this fame. We earned it. You know, some people fear like we might get complacent, that we'll be content. With what? We've done so much work, but we haven't done anything. We have nothing to be content with. We have not done anything. Yeah, we have kept the bell, had a playoff run last year, but we don't have any rings. We got nothing to show for. The times in the weight room we pushed our bodies to the max and couldn't go no more, we have nothing to show. For the times we woke up at 5:30 in the freezing cold, trudging through the snow to go condition. So let's be clear. We are hungry. And we are not stopping until we get what's ours. The mission is still the same no matter who we're playing. Now, we're not overlooking DePaul, looking over their heads for a playoff run. No, we're looking the Danny straight in the eyes, saying, I will skin you and hang your pelt on my wall, and I'll actually make you a rug because that's all you're worth to me. But the tiger pelt is not our trophy. We want the bell, and we want the bling. So come Saturday, Wabash, march with us to battle. Just like little drummer boys, we're marching with the Union soldiers, keeping that rhythm. Our rhythm? Wabash always fights. Wabash always fights. I'm telling you, we're going to fight for you until the finish. Yeah, we got a championship down at Greencastle. Let's go down there and get it. Yeah!
I knew I was in trouble when I had to follow Junior. Are we out of time? Being a football coach sucks. Took me a while to figure it out, but when I first became a coach, I was pretty excited about it, but then I realized it sucks. So I never tell anyone I'm the coach, because when people find out you're the coach, they want to yell at you. I'm a self-proclaimed idiot. I readily admit I'm the dumbest person on this campus. But when other people yell it at you, it hurts still. A couple years ago, we're playing at home. I think we won like 58-0. We tried to get as many guys in the game as we can. And after the game's over, we sing the song. I talked to some recruits, and I'm walking off the field. There's people everywhere, and this guy doesn't realize I'm standing right there, and he is reaming me. Our coach is a moron. He should be playing so-and-so. Not only is he not starting them, but he didn't even have him in the game. We're blowing this team out. He's screwing the future of our program, blah, 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 blah. The so-and-so he's talking about happened to come down with the flu. And he was throwing up all morning. Not only could he not dress for the game, but, we were worried we're going to have to take him to the emergency room and get him an IV, but I'm the moron for not playing him. Drink one less beer in the parking lot and then check the guys that are actually dressed before you start railing on me for not playing. But I've learned that you don't tell people you're the coach. But one of the problems I have is all my clothes say Wabash football. I don't have any grown-up clothes. Everything I have says Wabash football. So no matter where I'm at, people see my shirt that says Wabash football, and the first thing they ask me is, "Did you go to Wabash?" And I should just lie and say yes, and that would get me off the hook. But I feel like it'd be disrespectful to the guys that actually graduated from Wabash, to all you guys that are writing papers and studying all night. So I don't want to say it. So I always say that no, I didn't go to Wabash. I worked there, and then I hope that they don't press me on it. But this past spring, my wife and I and Coach Warren and his wife, we go to the Indianapolis 500. So I know there's a lot more people at that than there are at Wabash games. So I know I can't wear my Wabash football stuff on, or someone will be yelling at me. So I wear my one shirt that doesn't say Wabash football. I'm incognito, under the radar. We get situated in our seats, and sure enough, here come two couples. They're young, in their mid-20s, probably graduated from college like 2 or 3 years ago. They sit down right next to me, and they're all from DePauw. So they're talking about, being from DePauw. They're making conversations. They ask me, where are you from? I say Ohio. And so they say, well, what brought you to Indiana? I say, work. So then they ask me, well, where do you live at? What town do you live in? And so I know I can't say Crawfordsville, so I say just west of here. And I'm under the radar. I'm like 250 laps. I can do this. But as they're talking and talking, my wife all of a sudden hears. She's like, "You got to be kidding me! He's the Wabash football coach." I'm like, it's like she doesn't even know me. So now I got 240 laps of them wanting to take selfies with me, giving me the finger so they can text it to their Tiger friends, them telling me how good their team is. I wanted to say, I know how good your team is. I've seen more of their games than you have. But they are right. They have an excellent team, and the best one they've had in a long time, and it'll be a challenge. But you never tell people you're the coach. Okay? Because I knew that they were right and they were going to have a great team, we decided to work with a sports psychologist this year. And so we got Dr. Carr, who's a Wabash alum, former football player, great guy. I know he's working with a lot of the other athletes on campus too. But we got him to start working with us again, and I think it's helped immensely. But my wife makes fun of me about it. She's always like, "Oh, did you do your meditation?" Because she doesn't believe in sports psychology. Okay. What she does believe in is that she has some special powers that she can jinx other teams and other players. Okay? She doesn't believe in sports psychology, but she does believe in witchcraft. So after the game last week, I get home and she says, "You're never going to believe this. When that Denison quarterback fumbled and we recovered it for a touchdown, I did that." So now she's got my interest, because I'm thinking Rudder did it, but so I'm like, tell me more. And she says, "I was right down in that end zone, and I was yelling at him, 7, we need a turnover. We need a turnover, 7. And he turned around and we made eye contact. And then the next play, he fumbled and we recovered it for a touchdown." So this is what I'm dealing with. Okay? So I say, if you have these powers, why not use them for good rather than evil? You know, why cast a spell on our team to do good things instead of using it for evil? But she says it doesn't work that way. But it does scare me because, as you can probably imagine, you know, I'm not the greatest husband. You know, sometimes I forget to start the dishwasher and stuff, and you know, I'm waiting for this Darth Vader deal across the kitchen where I start feeling like I'm getting choked. She's putting some spell on me, but so I hope she jinxed their team big time and put some evil spells on them so they can't block and tackle or hold on to the ball. But I'm not banking on it. What I am banking on is that the Wabash way will prevail. The Adidas rep, you know, makes a lot of the sweatshirts and stuff for our players. They did this shirt this year, and it said they put on the chest the Wabash way, and I think more so than any other week, you know, this is so appropriate because Wabash does have a way, and I think, you know, some of the other guys have mentioned it. The game is more than, you know, conference championships and the bell. You know, the game in large part is about proving that our way is better than their way. You know, obviously at Wabash, Wabash is about mental and physical toughness. It's about commitment, work ethic. You know, at Wabash, we embrace the grind. I know you guys, our players, the tougher it is, the better. You know, they wear it like a badge of honor. That's what I'm banking on Saturday. You know, being a football coach does suck, except if you're the football coach at Wabash College. Being the coach at Wabash College is an honor. It has nothing to do with wins and losses. It's an honor because you get to be a part of a team made up of guys like this. You get to be a part of a school made up with guys like you. And we appreciate all the support. I know our players do too. We're definitely going to need it on Saturday. So be loud. Get behind the guys. It makes a difference. And Wabash always fights.